This is the 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV. Is it worth your consideration? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show. Carrie is assisting me behind the camera, and we're going to tell you as much as we can here. We're a little limited at the auto show, but I'm going to give you the best presentation possible as to what we have here. And as you can see, there's a lot of different options depending on trim level, but you have your two-tone here as far as your blue and your white goes. Interesting thing here, I think that Chevrolet did something really nice in how they used the white exterior color here on the mirror caps compared to bringing the blue up there. For some reason, that just seems to match, especially with what you have on the roof line right here. Now let's take a look here at the front end. Like I said, we're kind of limited because we can't turn things on and do a lot of what I'd like to do necessarily, but we'll show you some of the lighting elements that are here. You're going to come across very nice looking. Just kind of use your imagination as far as that goes. But you can see that you're also going to have areas here that are going to allow air in. You're going to obviously have a battery that is liquid cooled. You're going to have that air to help assist with that, but you can also see some of the trim right here. Now, I would really like to see when we get a full-blown production model that this is what we see, but I do like the fact that you don't have as much gloss black down here because that's going to maintain its look a lot better. Although you do have a little bit, but it's not too bad. And something I like, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but just the overall design here, it's not just flat. I like what we have with the design and kind of shapes that you have there within that area. Now, if you're looking at the wheels here and saying, you know what, I'd like to have something different than that, there's multiple options. 19-inch wheels, there's also 20 and 21-inch wheels, but I think these look pretty nice as they are. You do have your charging port right here, and obviously there's a lot of different options, a couple of different options you can use for charging. And something that's kind of interesting that you don't see on a lot of vehicles is right here, almost reminiscent of the old school vent windows that vehicles had decades upon decades ago. And if you're wondering, what is a vent window? Well, when you're driving down the road in a vehicle that did not come with air conditioning, yes, there was a time you could open that and it would allow air to obviously flow into the interior. When you weren't moving, that probably wasn't much fun. And obviously you're going to have your flush mounted door handles. When you walk up to the vehicle, unlock the vehicle, obviously there's going to pop right out. You can open the vehicle, but as is the case with an EV, aerodynamics is a top priority. This is one of the ways that is achieved. And we'll work our way down here on the door sill. Under the lights here at the Chicago Auto Show, I'd say that looks really nice. And again, you have not only a nice look, but the way everything is designed here is to help that airflow cheat the wind as best as possible and make things work to keep your charge capacity as high as possible for as long as possible. We're also going to have our silver roof rails up here. Now, hopefully Carrie can give you a little bit of a view of the sunroof. That's what you see right there. Really, that is a panoramic sunroof. It may not be enormous. It doesn't come as far back as some might think it should, but for where your rear seat passengers are sitting, they can really take advantage of how that looks. Now, as far as cosmetics go back here, obviously we're going to continue the clean look here with the rear roof spoiler. You're going to have your body colored shark fin antenna as far as that white goes up there. It would be nice to see the rear window wiper tucked away up there, but there's not a lot of room, so this will work. Not bad. We're going to see a similar look with the lights coming across. And notice how they get smaller as they work their way towards that bow tie right there. And obviously something that's very important you might want to know about right here, all-wheel drive. That's a good thing. Going to be trim level specific on a lot of these features. And then as we work our way down here onto the lower portion of the rear, again, that clean look. Obviously you're not going to have any exhaust, but one thing I wish I could demonstrate here, there is a feature you can have with the power tailgate where when you have the remote on your person, you walk up and it automatically opens. And let's talk about horsepower, torque, all that kind of stuff. Standard front wheel drive system with GM estimated 210 horsepower, 242 pounds-feet of torque. It will offer quick acceleration, but I tell you what, there's an even better option. 290 horsepower with 346 pounds-feet of torque. That's what we have here. all-wheel drive as well. 57 cubic feet of cargo capacity and an estimated towing capability of 1,000 pounds. I'm throwing that number out there because someone might ask, I don't know how many people are actually going to go with towing with one of these models, but in case you wanted to know, there's the information. Okay, I'm going to let Carrie give you a good look into the back seat. Plenty of room back there, that's for sure. Now, we can't sit in there here at the show in case you're wondering, but we'll show you what's there. You will find the dual air conditioning vents on the rear of the center console and a couple of USB ports, in addition to a little drawer underneath that you can open or close, or at least your rear seat passengers can. And I'll let Carrie crouch down and give you a look at that panoramic sunroof that's up there, just so you can see the full view. And now we'll change positions and move over to the front seat. All right, guys, let's talk about the front seat. And really one thing that you might notice here is the design of the interior. I'll let Carrie show you what I'm really talking about there on the door panel. Nice large door bins, good size armrest. Don't know how comfortable that is because we can't touch it, but soon enough, hopefully, at Red River Chevrolet down there in Bossier City, Louisiana. But that nice contrast that works its way throughout the interior, not only with the seats, but also with, well, really basically everything else. All the way across the dashboard, you're going to have a very, very nice look across the center console right here. You even have a pass-through down there. And we're going to have a lot of different connectivity options throughout the vehicle, not only in the rear back there, but in the front as well. The size of the armrest right there, or the lid on the center console that doubles as an armrest, well, from what I can see right here, it looks very usable. As long as you don't have big bodybuilding arms on there, 2 people can use it. Otherwise, maybe just 1, I don't know. Or you just have to put your arms on top of each other. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but one way or another. The real magic here is going to be with the center screens, something that you probably never thought you'd see in an Equinox because they are so large, and really a very nice driver-focused setup, because as you can see, you have a little bit of a curvature right there with that center screen that angles it toward the driver. And while you have all of this great technology here, you still have an old school knob right here. It's kind of big, but that's not a bad thing for controlling the radio, controlling the volume, turning that on and off, and all of those things. You will find wireless capabilities for your cell phone to pair the phone. So you're going to have a wireless charger, and a lot of these features will be standard. Some of them will obviously depend on trim level. One thing I do like here is the design of the air conditioning vents, not just a typical look, really kind of reminiscent of what we've seen with a lot of Chevrolet models for quite a while. Really everything you'd expect to see here. Estimated range 300 miles, and obviously that's going to vary a little bit depending on whether you go with front wheel drive or all wheel drive and have more horsepower, all of that. What do you think? Tell me down in the comments section. I promise we're going to do a much more detailed, in-depth video, but for a vehicle that's estimated to start around $30,000, I think you get quite a bit for the money. So tell me what your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the Vehicle Visionary YouTube channel just yet, please be sure to do so. That way you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.